Hi, I'm Sue from the Wellesley Free Library. Recently, we added binge boxes to our collection. Binge boxes are sets of DVDs with a similar genre, such as musicals, comedies, action adventure, could even be several films on one actor that are put together into one package for you to check out and take home and binge watch. As I was watching the latest DVD release from Clint Eastwood as a director the other night, the name of it was Richard Jewell, I thought to myself, Clint Eastwood would be a great person to put into a binge box. But he's had so many facets of success in his life as a producer, as a director, as an actor, that I think I would have to limit to one aspect of his life. And so I thought, let's do as a director. I looked to see which films I might like to see in a binge box, and these are the choices that I made.
Here it is, the Clint Eastwood director binge box. The first DVD I chose to include in the binge box is one of my favorites. Clint plays an actor-director in this film. He's Walt Kowalski and is an angry, grouchy, racist Korean War veteran. He's troubled by events that took place on the battlefield back in the 50s. He has neighbors that are Hmong immigrants from Southeast Asia. He doesn't much like them, but he doesn't much like anyone. Walt has two prized possessions: his Gran Torino car he helped build on the Ford factory assembly line, and an M1 rifle he used on the battlefield in Korea in the 50s. He catches his neighbor's son one night trying to steal his Gran Torino as a gang initiation. The family sends the boy to Walt to work it off as penance, what he had done. Walt finds himself with this caught up in the lives of this family when the gang begins to threaten their very lives. Richard Jewell is the newest movie on DVD. It's based on two events. Richard Jewell is a security guard who discovers a bomb at the 1996 Atlanta Summer Olympic Games. He was able to save many lives by alerting the police to the bombs being there. The FBI, looking for someone to pin this on, turns the events around and says that Jewell is their number one suspect. Though he was never charged, he is hounded and vilified by the press and public for 88 days, and it virtually ruins his personal life. Eastwood superbly presents his story. Next, I chose The Mule. He is actor-director in this. It's another film that's based on a true story. He plays Earl Stone, who is a broke 80-year-old man facing foreclosure when he's offered a driving job. Seems almost too good to be true, but it's at a very opportune time for him. He doesn't know or care what he's delivering, but he soon realizes he is signed on as a drug courier for a Mexican cartel. His big desire is to right the wrongs from his past, but he doesn't know if there's time to complete this before the law catches him or the cartel knows that he has stolen money from them. Next, Space Cowboys. Clint is actor-director in this film as well. He plays Frank Corbin. He and three teammates were passed over by the space program in the early 50s as astronauts. Because of this, they took on other professions in the area of space exploration. A Russian satellite malfunctions in space, and NASA calls upon Frank to assist with planning an emergency repair mission. The Russian system that is used is similar to one that Frank did design for Skylab. Frank says, I'll agree to do this, but only if my crew from the 50s and I get to make the mission and do the repairs. It's full of fun, action, adventure, and drama, but it also has a lot of humor in it. The next film is American Sniper. Clint was producer-director on this film as well. It's based on the book by Chris Kyle, who was the most lethal sniper in U.S. military history. Chris Kyle used his pinpoint accuracy in shooting to protect his brothers in arms on the battlefield. He became well known to insurgents and the American public during the 4 tours of duty he had, and there was a price put on his head by the insurgents. He doesn't realize it when he leaves the battlefield that his worst battle is ahead of him. When he comes home, he tries to be a good father and husband, but the war was haunting him his every hour, and he has to work through this in order to be able to move on. This last film that I have is The Jersey Boys. This is a big departure from the dramas and action-adventure films that Clint is known for. He's director, producer in this film, and he tells the story of Frankie Valli and the three young men from the wrong side of the tracks in New Jersey who make up Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Not only does it talk about their successes, but it also talks about their trials in their personal and professional lives, just trying to get along and make a success. The best thing about it, it includes great and familiar music, which many of us already know about, and also the Four Seasons legacy. I hope you will also find this sampling of films of Clint Eastwood director appealing. You can request all of these films from the Minuteman catalog at minlib.net. You can also try out some of our other binge boxes. So, what are you waiting for? Start binging today.